Yeah, I did change, and I'm really glad I changed.
This one's wife. I'm of colour, but I smooth my hair. Hello, I'm H.G. Judah. The issue of race in relation to this one's wife is one that repeatedly causes controversy. When you look at this one's wife, the immediate reaction is that you might think that if she was white, potentially that there's some Latino there. You're not immediately thinking that this is a black woman. She has made much, recently, of her person of colour credentials. Naturally, behaving like the chameleon that she is as a narcissist, bigging up her black connections, I'm 43% Nigerian, when it suits her, in order to assert control and draw fuel. But she's not always been that way. As we know, she is identified throughout her life as being Caucasian, that she put Caucasian on her CV, that she has only ever had intimate relationships with white men, that her friends when she was younger were in the majority white, that she also has altered her appearance so that it is more white conforming rather than embracing the aspects of her that are black. Regularly, her supporters claim that any criticism of her is racist. You only have to watch an episode of my Let's All Laugh at the Sugars to see that those swivel-eyed bigots regularly throw the race card into the ring, even though it's got nothing at all to do with her skin colour or the fact that her mother is black. Not at all. Interestingly, of course, she doesn't bother with her extended black family. Her mother is the only one that she deals with. But of course, commensurate with the behaviour of a narcissist, it's black when it suits her, and she's white when it suits her. She attempts to face one way and then the other, and doesn't see that there's any hypocrisy in doing so. Indeed, we have seen the instances whereby she has put on the bronzer in order to make herself look darker, depending on who she's dealing with, yet you can see that in her arms, and particularly her hands, they're much paler, that this is a flagrant attempt to manipulate by the alteration of her appearance. Most people don't care about the fact that she's a person of colour, and certainly she doesn't seem to, save when it suits her. When people criticise her, they do so because of her behaviour, and it is intellectually lazy and a knee-jerk response to suggest that criticism of her is race-based. The evidence shows that it's not. She, of course, has also played the race card by way of claiming that she has been subjected to racist behaviour. As I've made clear, we do know that there are some knuckle-dragging idiots that have thrown racial smears at her, and they are clowns. But they're very few in number, and more usually, this one's wife and her supporters have sought to suggest that anything that criticises her is motivated by racism, when 1, there's nothing in the comment that demonstrates that, and 2, you can see that it's based upon the way that she behaves, not her skin colour. Nevertheless, her narcissism causes her to utilise the issue of race as a means to try and elicit sympathy, to blame shift, to play the victim. But many people have seen through this. And the reason that people have seen through it is as a consequence of understanding that she is a narcissist and the fact that she doesn't even accept her own blackness. She would rather portray herself as white. How do we know this? Because of the way that she alters her appearance, the way that she has changed her nose, the way that she has regularly dealt with her hair. You look at pictures of her when she was younger and she had curly hair. That's absolutely fine. Yet when she's older, you've never once seen her with curly hair. It's always straightened. There are those that suggest that she wears extensions and wigs in order to maintain that straightened hair, that she doesn't embrace the ethnicity of her hairstyle, but seeks to change it. Now, of course, she's perfectly entitled to look the way that she wants. If she wants to have breast augmentation, she can do so. If she wants to have rhinoplasty, she's allowed to do so. If she wants fillers and collagen and Botox, she can do all of those things. If she wishes to smooth her hair and have it flattened, she can. However, the point is that it demonstrates her hypocrisy, that on the one hand, she will utilize her connections to being black as something as she wears as a badge of honor, yet then behaves in a way which suggests that she doesn't want to be black because she alters her appearance so consistently to move away from particular black traits. Many individuals who are black who have witnessed her behavior see this very clearly and sensibly criticize her for it. And here, Caroline Graham in the Daily Mail reports, "The secrets behind this one's wife's lifelong obsession with her hair, and the heartbreaking story that shows just how close she once was to her father." This one's wife once told a business advisor she had legs as long as a mile and wanted to show them off to best commercial advantage. Well, let's stop there. Her legs aren't that long. She's not particularly tall. Furthermore, her legs are not particularly attractive. She's regularly called chicken legs or sparrow legs as a consequence of underdeveloped calves, and that they're rather scrawny. But of course, her saying that she had legs as long as a mile and wanted to show them off to best commercial advantage tells you all about the delusion that she operates under, whereby she believes that she's got stunning legs. It's that delusion driven by her narcissism, which is similar to the way that when she dresses, although she invariably looks like she got dressed in the dark wearing clothing that's too large for her or doesn't suit her frame, she thinks she looks fantastic. As I've told you before, she doesn't put on an outfit which looks shit and think, do you know what, I look like a dog's breakfast but I'll still go out. She looks and thinks, yeah, I look stunning, I look superb, because she's looking at it through the distortion field of her narcissism. And the same it comes to this suggestion about her legs. They're not her only strong point, the Mail continues, as last week's photographs from Canadian ski resort Whistler showed once again. Never mind the all-American smile and careful dress sense, it's this one's wife's hair, which could be described as her crowning glory, even if the Duchess is no longer a working royal. Now, as you listen to this, you might be thinking, what's the Daily Mail playing at? They're normally critical of her, and here they are talking about her careful dress sense and her hair being a crowning glory. But what they're doing is they are putting an article out there which seems to be dressed up in flattery, but they're actually highlighting the hypocrisy of her behaviours. Admirers raved about the impeccably maintained chestnut locks on view, including this one's wife's hairdresser to the stars, Katie Lee, from the highbrow hippie salon. Colour expert Lee revealed to Instagram that the Duchess's new styling was down to a mixture of red and golden undertones and a next-level high power shine. If this one's wife's hair has been a lifelong obsession, as it is for many women, there's one secret that has so far failed to cut through on social media. That's the touching role played by her father, Thomas Markle, who told me that he would sometimes rise at 5 a.m. to help his young daughter smooth her hair with a straightening iron to ensure it looked exactly as she wished. Therefore, she's been engaging in this alteration of her hair's natural appearance from a young age, aided by her father. When she wanted her hair straightening, it would take hours to do before she went to school, he recalls. Vanity. But it's something I did willingly. Tom, 79, once made his living as an Emmy Award-winning lighting director in Hollywood, but turned to amateur hairdressing when this one's wife came to live with him following the breakdown of his marriage. The Duchess hasn't spoken to her father since he suffered 2 heart attacks on the eve of her 2018 wedding to Prince Harry and was unable to walk her down the aisle. Tom says he'd been shocked to find that his daughter's hair exposed this one's wife to racism at an early age. During one holiday, father and daughter were driving across the United States from their home in Los Angeles to Florida when they stopped in rural Texas and tried to find a salon to wash and straighten this one's wife's naturally curly hair. Again, notice that it's the changing of the hair. We tried several, but no one would take us in because I was a white man with a mixed-race child, he said. Once this one's wife became a teenager, she learned how to do her own hair and makeup, helped by spending time on set and in the studios with her lighting director father. Tom recalls how this one's wife studied the professionals working on hit American shows, including General Hospital and Married with Children, and learned from them. She explained in 2011, "My mum is black and my dad is Dutch and Irish, so the texture of my hair is densely curly," she said. "I've been getting Brazilian blowouts for a couple of years." A Brazilian blowout is a semi-permanent strengthening treatment using keratin to penetrate hair cuticles and smooth out the hair shaft. The results last for up to 4 months, with some Los Angeles salons charging more than $500 a treatment. Thus, she spends quite a bit of money maintaining this straightened hair. And it then continues by explaining that this one's wife hair was praised for the new reddish tinge. "This is the best her hair has ever looked," said one fan, responding to the Instagram page of the LA-based highbrow hippie salon, a favourite of Julia Roberts, who we all know this one's life likes to emulate. "Absolutely stunning," said another, "so shiny and healthy. Goals." This one's wife still styles her own hair when required. So stunning, so brave, often sweeping it back into a chic ballerina bun. There's also speculation that she uses high-quality hair extensions to add length and volume on special occasions. As a source put it, this one's wife can do her own hair and makeup to a professional level because, like everything she puts her mind to, she practiced and practiced and practiced until she was perfect. Well, I know that there are a variety of forums around which would somewhat disagree with that perfection observation. But what you have here is a clear example of an individual that has asserted that she's a person of colour and then has behaved in a way to eradicate it, demonstrating her chameleon-like behaviour as a narcissist and also her hypocrisy. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.